took me a kick in the pants to get me going on this show a couple of weeks ago, but let's get started and let's have a show. So welcome. So I'm going to be talking about me, not much, as well as you, and also what we're going to be doing over the next year. So let's go and have a look at the presentation because we want to get live. So I'm using the red color of the red light that shows you not to interrupt anyone. I should get one of those actually over the door so that they're broadcasting. And that's what we want to do, is to get you broadcasting. So we're going to be giving you tips and tricks about how to get yourself started. And also it's all about mindset. So of course that's always going to be difficult, but we're going to start with that first. But anyway, who am I? Why am I bothering you? I'm Jane Gardner, and I work with my husband in our structural engineering firm for the last 20 years in our home office over in Western Canada there, and I want to come out and help other people get their business started. And I'm an artist. We like to travel, and I have dogs and cats. I love to do memes. I've got to do some more memes. haven't been doing any memes late, and I love to make websites, as you can see, all about business. So I do have a website for the show Let's Get Visible, which is on Thursdays at 8 a.m. But you can also see the broadcast on a page called Let's Go Live on Let's Get Visible. That'll broadcast this live every week. And the reason that I'm interested in doing video is I got interested in doing television. And I have 4 channels right now on streaming television. And they're on Roku and Fire TV, the Business of Home-Based Business, Home Biz Startup TV, Business Success TV, and Finding Your Purpose TV. And of course I use my Ultimate TV channel system in order to do it easily, because you all know that this show is also going to be on TV because I'm recording this. So all my recordings get reused on television if I can, as well as on video and on podcasts. So let's get back to the presentation. So yeah, I'm real excited about this, and this is my ultimate training, is learning all about television. And at some point in this show later on, we'll talk about it, because I'll be having another show, what a surprise, on called On Demand TV and Your Business, but that'll be on LinkedIn. So, but if you get on my list, I'll certainly tell you about it. So you are going to find out now what the outline of the show will be. So I thought I would start first with why you need to go live. We'll do that today. And then we'll talk about mindset. There might be a few days on mindset. And then studio setup will be, of course, quite a bit of days, because you have to start with your lights and your camera and your studio, etc. And then we might do video off camera. I know for those of you who don't like the idea of going on camera, I will hopefully persuade you by the time we do video on camera that you should get on camera. So there's confusion for you, but that's some of the shows that we'll be doing. And then we'll be looking at the free platforms, and I'll put that in quotes because nothing is free. There's always some reason that they're doing it, and ways that they're changing it for you. The free platforms to go live. You can do a Facebook Live. You can do YouTube channel. You can do LinkedIn Live. Actually, that would be YouTube Live technically. It has its own studio, and hopefully it's broadcasting there now. I didn't check yet. And of course, you can always get your mobile phone out and broadcast using various apps, and we'll talk about that, especially free ones, so that you can play with that to your website. And then we'll be talking about the free broadcasting software, like Open Broadcast System software. That is very similar to XSplit, And this is what I am using, XSplit, in order to transition quite quickly back and forth between scenes. And then, of course, they do have a free version. And then mobile, we'll be looking at mobile, some of the more in depth on the software there. And then we're going to look at the paid broadcasting software. I mean, now after the pandemic, everybody knows about Zoom. I mean, Zoom's being used in meetings, in city halls, in my mom's retirement home. You know, Zoom is quite used a bit these days. And of course, it's not just, you know, names. I mean, there's all other kinds of broadcasting software. And we'll probably go over those briefly, as well as XSplit. I'd like to do a bit more in depth on the possibilities of the paid version of XSplit. And of course, we can look at StreamYard and some of the other software that you can use. Now, one of the things that I am doing is multi-streaming. I'm streaming right now to, I don't know how many, about 10 Facebook pages, and if Facebook hadn't changed their algorithm, I would have been doing it into my Facebook groups, but I won't be. So you have to consider the idea of doing multi-stream broadcasting because you want to be seen everywhere. And of course, we'll be doing other things like having interviews with entrepreneurs who have a show. I know a few of those, as well as interviews with software companies. I'm sure you'd love to be able to talk to someone from Zoom, as well as getting on a camera challenge. I think I'll do that quarterly, as well as I will have courses, of course, going in depth in these various products and software. But anyway, we're going to have interviews with some of the new entrepreneurs who've been following this show, who do the challenge. You get on camera and you know, we interview them on how it's going and what they're planning and all that kind of thing. And so I'm real excited about the outline for the show. I don't have that. I'll just start with the beginning one again, just to put something on, because it's going to be something that I think everybody needs, and they don't want to do it. They know they have to do it. They know they need to do it, but they've never taken the leap to do it. So for those of you who already have your show, you don't have to be here. Unless later on you want to learn about some of this other software out there that you might want to use to up your game. I really think that, may I just do a promo here? I won't do a promo, but I will just tell you that XSplit is an amazing program for the price of something that you can use to really up your game, to make you look like you're in a $10,000 studio, $10,000 an hour studio. And sorry, let me go and let you have a look at my studio with my spinning world, which should stop hopefully, because it gets rather annoying after 5 minutes. And so it's always good to consider what you're doing with, and if you're engaging your customers. So let's go back, and I'll just do this. No particular reason, but we're going to talk about why you need to go live. Well, we don't need to have that screen up, because it's obvious that you need to go live. For those of you who've seen some of my shows, I think you've learned a little bit about me, as well as the things I like to flub, the things I'm willing to not do and are willing to do in order to be on screen, as well as my bad habits. Too many ums. I always have to delete all the ums. Well, I don't delete them, actually. So what I've got to tell you something. I'll tell you a little about myself. And basically about 2016, Google had the Google Hangouts software broadcasting platform. And you could just set it up and then go live, and you would be broadcasting. And it was quite exciting, the idea and the concept. I was not happy at the idea of doing it, and then certainly there weren't many people who were doing it at the time. But so I challenged myself for a year to do a show every day, and I give you information on that another time on how I was able to manage that. But I did basically, I think, 326 episodes, and they came out each day on Google Hangouts. And I was able to, there was also Google Plus. And on Google Plus, I was able to get up to 10,000 followers who were watching the show or who were following me, because it was fairly useful. And it's still on my YouTube channel, and right now I'm going to put it on its own channel. It's called Solopreneur Success Strategies TV, so I'm a lot younger there. And yeah, I found that I enjoyed video because it's so much easier to then edit and make it into other formats. So you're taking 10 minutes and you've got a whole program you can develop into a book or into audio, etc. So in fact, a lot of my my TV channels are also podcasts that I use the audio from. But that's another story. So what I should really put that up in my presentation. I will next time. I did create a book on how to 7 steps to produce your first show. So you can get that in a minute by opting into the list. But I did also make finally a media sheet and to talk to, about getting on camera. And I call myself the former shy girl. Now, I am not the former shy girl in that I can still be shy, and I am shy, and I am an introvert, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. And if I turn red during a broadcast, I can't do anything about it. But I'm not planning to do, well, I don't plan, do we? So, but when I challenged myself to do it for, I think it was for 30 days, the first challenge. The first one is really bad, and I will discuss that maybe next time. And then it got easier and easier to press the button to go live. And yeah, it's worked out really well. So I thought I would do a show, since I have a book called 7 Steps to Produce Your First Show. And so I should actually show you what a show is constructed like. But today I didn't construct it because I don't have an offer, and I do have a way for you to opt in. So let's go back, and I'll just quickly show you the book, which is 7 Steps to Produce Your First Show. And yes, it's 7 steps to produce your first show with secrets on how to make it easy to interview someone. Obviously a little bit about my secret software, which is XSplit. And also we've got a whole information checklist, resources that we're going to be putting into the list, and notifications, of course, about each show and what the topic going to be. You can go and set yourself up at https://jane-gardner.com/live. So if you're not watching this, I better tell you again, because no one knows how to spell Gardner. https://jane-gardner.com/live. So go into that location, and hopefully there will be a place to opt in for the list, and you will get my book, and let's get you started. And yeah, so that's exciting for me. Now, I don't have any questions today. I've just put this in for next time. Next time I will have my Zoom link so that you can get on and ask questions, and I can answer questions, because yes, I can do 2 things. I can use XSplit, I can be live, and I can use Zoom. So next week we're going to talk about mindset, and we're probably going to talk quite a bit about mindset. It's going to be basically, this is only 5 minutes, so to get notifications, checklists, and resources, go sign up at https://jane-gardner.com/live. And next week we will do a training on mindset. Because yes, you can imagine that it took a lot of changes in mindset for me to get on camera. There are well, they're not no pictures, but there are very few pictures of me, for anyone who knows me, of me in the family pictures. Because I'm usually smart and take the pictures so that I'm not in the pictures. So yes, I am shy. And yes, I am on the internet. And yes, I am on camera. So if I can do it, you can do it. Because you don't want to be invisible, right? No. Who wants to be invisible? You want to be the expert and be seen as the one that you are. You want to be seen, and you want to attract the audience that you want to know, because they know you and like you and trust you. They'll buy more from you. So I don't have a link for tomorrow, but Thursdays I have Let's Get Visible. And Let's Get Visible show is all about storytelling. I found a link for all my 12 ways to get visible. All of it is all about storytelling, because we're all about storytelling. I've already told you about myself, so that's not a story. It's true, but it's a story. So let's get visible tomorrow at 8 a.m. Hopefully on Facebook and YouTube, but certainly on the website. But we'll talk about